Good morning. I think your name's Rebecca. Rebecca, this is Joe. I also had been in communication with a Mr. McClintock via email. I had my technical team go ahead and forward him the WordPress migration file. This website is about 1.1 gig in size. So that presents a challenge, and somebody needs to have the right kind of platform and technical acumen to understand how to bring something that size in, and not ruin it, right? Because this was a template that we picked out that would a theme that would match her boutique style and customized it. So beautiful little website, cancellation, terms and conditions, refund policy, privacy policy. All that's great. 7 to 10 days, business days, obviously, depending on your card issuer. But all that's circumvented with Airbnb when she books through Airbnb. So a beautiful little hotel. That was a picture of the building. We had issued that to Google My Business. So with the mapping in the first issue that she had here recently was it, still showed the restaurant. The restaurant was her mom's business. Been there for years. But unfortunately, starting a business in 2020 proved to be difficult for anyone. And so that picture was the restaurant for a long time. Google did not send this image mobile capture process out for, I don't know, the second half of 2020. There was nobody in the office running those things, right? From the command center there in California. Everybody was at home trying to work remote. So I don't know if you know, I mean, gosh, any kind of Facebook, everything, service, Google, pay-per-click, everything, what service was hammered. So, consequently, that picture of the restaurant was there. Well, they caught up in 2021, first part. They were several months behind, but this image has been there. It's on the mapping. It's on the Google My Business listing. We have her on our master dashboard of Google Search Console, so it's been indexing the whole time. There was a time in the beginning of January of 2021 where she was getting bookings, but we were canceling them because she already had an Airbnb booking, but it was at lesser money because it finds you the cheapest room. So we saw that little trend happen, but multi-million-dollar platform called Airbnb, a lot of cool widgets and features, decades of development, and thousands of people that maintain it. There's a difference between that and this $3,000 or $4,000 website. But this is a pretty chock full one, and it's as turnkey as you can get it. And I'll show you what I mean. She wasn't going to have a desk, and that's totally okay. We understood what she wanted. So when we go here to WooCommerce, you understand that's a platform that attaches to themes, right? So the theme and WooCommerce are one. But let's just go to orders. Man, it's running slow. Apologize. Okay, so you can see this is where the orders live. This is where you see the cancellations. You can see a refund was done, right? You can kind of see all of that stuff there. So like this revenue was 165 because the deposit was 200. The deposit was 200. See, so the deposit was 200. You see that? But if I just click on it, this is all you have to do a refund. Okay. This is Authorize.net, which is the plugin gateway that works with the merchant services. She was Bank of America. So I will tell you, we are licensed partner for Bank of America. We're not on their payroll, but we're also a licensed partner of BigCommerce. We are on the referral agency side of Shopify. We're a GoDaddy Pro and Wix specialist, right? So there's not any place that we don't know that it's not going to charge like $39 a month. So $479 was her hosting renewal. We gave the first year free. We started in 2020. She didn't get a bill in 2021. We decided to give everybody a little bit of a break and just start the renewals this year. And so that's where I think we just need to separate church and state. But if there's an issue with the card, a declination, 3 digits was wrong, the zip code's wrong, it'll indicate here. So that's a live queue from the card gateway. And then this is the customer information and WooCommerce order section that allows me to do refunds. So I can go in here. You can see 200's used mostly because that's the deposit amount or any amount that's necessary. And you can also see some reasons. No availability, deposit refund per her. And we actually had a guest that had COVID and could not fulfill their stay. she's a nice person. I try to be as well in business and take care of people, and we gave them a full refund. You click it here, and it'll show an image of where that has been done. And so you always got a record of that. But all that communicates to her and the customer. The customer side, when they go on and do a booking, it's right here. So then that's the second part. So it's WooCommerce orders. The second part is bookings. I can go to any booking and take a look at it. My short dashboard tells me how many days, what they paid, etc., etc. But I can also go down here because there was, the slippers, the parking passes. There's a bar across the street. She didn't want them to invade in her parking spots. So I don't know how people were going to print that, I guess at home or somewhere, because there's no check-in desk, right? So when the orders come in, she gets notification of these orders. And, the slippers were for the shower, right? For hygiene or not falling or whatever. And I don't even know if she's even doing those things, but we built all that stuff for her. And those were kind of like after we had already launched the site. And that's okay. That's the kind of people we are. We want to help folks out. So you can kind of see everything broken down if you hit the plus sign, and you can see everything there. So that's the bookings, okay? So the only other thing about bookings, we did try this, and I know she's digitally challenged, but you can see up here, we can actually sync the calendars with Airbnb, TripAdvisor, anybody big. It's pretty easy to do. She got me some credentials. They didn't work. I tried to use her credentials. They blocked my IP. So I needed somebody technically to help me that had access to that account. And it's really her, but we just couldn't get over that hurdle for some reason. So we never synced the calendars. So we would get peppered with oversight management. Now we have oversight management fees. We have a lot of clients. We run everything for them, but $500,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month, because some stuff is pretty elaborate or multiple pages and multiple websites. We can do it, but I would assign a staff member that I know that revenue's coming in for. Not that she would that I mind it, and I didn't mind at the beginning, but we went a year and a half doing this, of her asking me to block rooms, do a refund. She's even referred to me as her IT guy in an email with a client. So I would say liberty's been taken a little bit. We try to do what we can, and we kind of go the extra mile. Like Google My Business Listing, Google Search Console, free hosting for the first year. We include SSL. And so, you know what I mean? And then we already know the banks and a lot of the merchant services, so they trust us with a VAR sheet, and we're able to go a lot faster for people than what a small business owner might understand, right? So that's us. The only other thing that she might need to know, or you would need to know, would be this accommodation. She was upset at the beginning of the year because no one could book a room. It's like, well, the rooms are not blocked. You don't have them turned on. Did you go turn on your rates? So the rates had expired, and you get 10 days grace or 15 days grace. So it was like just past the 15th saying no one could get one. Well, she needed to turn on her rates. We had it on for 2020. We had it on for 2021, but no one issued rates for 2022. And so I explained that to her, and she was not happy. On the management oversight plan, we would have bugged her and had it done ahead of time. Here again, day-to-day management of the site. So we just turned on her standard rates, and those might be way higher than what Airbnb is pushing, or what could even be garnished today. But why don't you have, winter, standard, summer, spring? I mean, take all the money you can get during the peak months and then reduce it for occupancy on the months that you need to. But then you don't have to do each room itself. It's a block segment, and it works fantastic. The only other thing in bookings, I think it's in bookings, yep, if I remember right. You can see here there is a coupon. So if she wanted to issue a coupon, we can do that. It's pretty easy. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. Nate, one of our tech team, he's actually my head of design, texted me late last night. I was surprised that he did a meeting with you. And I don't mind it, but I want to be honest, as lovely as I can. Mr. McClintock or yourself, someone needs to take that file that he shot out, which is the website downloaded, and upload it somewhere, because we're about to turn this one off. It's in our hosting, it's in private mode, but we are going to drop it and then put it in archive just for historical data. So someone needs to go ahead and do that. In the Google My Business, someone needs to add that to their dashboard, and I'm dropping it from Google Search Console on my master dashboard. I'm going to drop it from there. So let's see, today's the 8th. Yeah, we're ready to do that. What I want, Rebecca, is I don't want any more expended hours or time from my team or my personal efforts with my company because, you know, she's got you guys. So let's get it on. Let's move it over because we're turning it off. Okay. Appreciate it. If you have any questions, I would prefer you reach out to me. Thank you so much.